Hello, my name is Casey Smith. I'm a freshman at Texas Tech University, and I want to discuss the issue of the lack of resources students on campus have when it comes to mental health. So many students in today's world struggle with mental health. According to APA.org, more than 60% of students in college struggle with at least one mental health issue. Because of this, it is my goal to convince Texas Tech University that they need to view mental health as a bigger issue on campus. To do this, I have interviewed 2 students at Tech, as well as compiled data to help with my argument. I wanted to get feedback from real-life students on this topic in order to get the best and most relevant data I could. I interviewed 2 other freshman girls named Kylie and Alexa. In the interviews, I asked 3 questions. Do you think Tech considers mental health a large issue on campus? Why or why not? What resources should Tech provide to their students who are struggling with mental health problems? And will this issue of mental health get better in the future? Why or why not? For the first question, do you think Tech considers mental health a large issue on campus? Why or why not? My first interviewee, Kylie, had this to say. I do and don't. I don't really see Tech talk about it. I know that they do have things like therapy, but I don't really hear it being talked about. Meanwhile, my other interviewee said, no, because they are worried about academics rather than mental health. According to the Texas Tech website, they have many resources for their students with mental health issues. However, the students I interviewed felt like they weren't talked about enough for them to hear about. For my own personal experience, I didn't even know Tech had therapists until a few weeks ago when researching for this project. Tech needs to make informing their students about the resources a bigger priority. One of my students also said they feel as though their academic performance felt more important than their mental health. This can come off very hurtful for students and needs to be changed. Tech, help your students to not just be another statistic, help them to feel as though they think that the things they struggle with are important. In the next question, what resources should Tech provide to their students who are struggling with mental health problems? My source Kylie said, they are doing good with therapy, but I think they should have more groups, people talking about it. To talk about how people feel. While my other source Alexa said, they should let their students know that there are more resources and bring more awareness. From the data collected, the students want more groups to help them with their mental issues. But the biggest thing they talked about is wanting awareness brought to the already existing resources. Bringing more awareness to this issue is a huge step in the right direction to make students feel like their mental health is important to their universities. With more resources and awareness, students may begin to see improvements within these issues. In the next question, what resources should Tech provide to their students who are struggling with mental health problems? My source Kylie said, I think it will, because Tech improves every semester doing more things for their students, but it will also become a bigger issue in the next few years. Meanwhile, my other interviewee said, hopefully it gets better mental health-wise. Tech, your students want to see improvements in the future. It is your job to see student success both in the classroom and within the students. So, continue to bring awareness and provide resources for your students to continue both their academic and mental success. To summarize, while Texas Tech does have some resources for their students with mental health, it is not brought to light enough for students to know about. To improve this, continue to promote students to consider these resources and create new ones for those who might need different type of help. I hope this video has helped you to see a new perspective on the issue of mental health, and I hope you take my words into consideration. Thank you for listening and have a good day.